Well, hello, adventure lovers. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my house, as a matter of fact. I'll be living here the next couple days, so yeah, I guess this is home away from home, at least for now, right? I actually had plans to take you guys lakeside. Jenny Wiley State Park, Dewey Lake. Brought the kayak and the little scooter and all kinds of stuff, you know, studied up on it, researched it, you know, geography, all the little places of interest, all that sort of thing. Get started. Heather calls me. She says, hey, guess what? What? Well, Jenny Wiley Campground is closed, and they'll be closed for the rest of the season. They're going to do some renovations afterward and open up for 26 for the next year. They're closed for the season. Okay, so, well, all right, Paintsville Lake ain't very far. It's about 15-20 miles on up the road. It ain't that far. We'll just run on up there. Run on up there. Guess what? Completely booked. Solid. They had a couple tent sites, but I'm set up, you know, for power this trip. Just happened to know of another place. Chancey's. This is Hatfield's Hideout Riverfront Cabins. And I've brought y'all here before. The only reason I didn't come here in the first place, because, you know, just not that long ago, stayed right down here. You know, I like to take y'all different places, you know, cool things and stuff like that. But there's plenty to see here. There's plenty to do in Mate 1. There's all kinds of toys to play with. You know, got the river, got my kayak. I got the river right there, so I do have some water. It's not exactly the clearest, though, is it? Has been raining lately. Now, we'll see, you know, we'll kind of play it by ear, I guess. But I guess that's, this whole trip is kind of winging it. You know, like I said, I like to have an idea of, you know, not just the place, the geology, the genealogy, and, you know, where all the interesting places and things are, you know, all that good stuff. But I know this place really well. Matter of fact, I know this place really well. This is my backyard. This is Mate 1, West Virginia. It's not far from my house. 88 degrees and sunny. We are headed for, it says 93 degrees today. And I think tomorrow was 94 or 95, if I remember right. I usually prefer to get everything set up, you know, when it's hot. You know, hot summer weather, you know, set everything up, put the AC in there and let it get cooled off in there before it gets hot, because once the ground, you know, once the ground gets hot, it's kind of hard to get everything cooled back down again. And you know, like I said, it's a historical area. You know, Mate 1 West Virginia, you know, the whole mine wars stuff, and you know, the massacre, Mate 1 massacre, Hatfield McCoys, just all sorts of crazy history. But anyway, I guess this trip here is more about adventure, though. This is just having some fun, you know, take you guys out and set up something cool, have us a little adventure. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to, like I said, quit running my mouth and get back out in the sun. The shade is nice. It's nice that I'm standing in the shade to talk. So at least I'll have that at least. But all right, let's get to it. The tent goes right there. See you guys shortly. See y'all in a second. We'll have a little house set up the next time you see this spot. Be right back. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good, actually. I'll admit, y'all, I was riding shotgun on the struggle bus for a while there. But I got the tent up before I got the top on to kind of reflect some of that sunlight, a little bit anyway, and had the air in it, just the black top and the dark tent sitting in the sun. Oh my God, that thing got like 150,000 degrees inside there, something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. But we got her up. It's 93. The last time I looked, it's 93 degrees right now. As far as keeping it cool today, I do believe it's a lost cause. But tomorrow will be a new day. The ground, I'll get to, keep it cool overnight. And then in the morning, I'll keep the area cool. It should be a whole lot easier to deal with. But for today, we got what we got. You know how it is. That's how life is, right? You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have facts of life. Let me know in the comments how many of y'all got that one. Anyway, it is cool right here. This is my favorite spot in the whole tent, in the whole campground. Right here is my favorite spot. Yeah, now that feels pretty good. Okay, where were we? All right, we got pretty much everything set up. Hang on. Okay, we got pretty much everything set up. A little more. Got my cooler over there, TV there. Yeah, we should be good to go. Bed, all this good stuff. The shade, it seems to be working pretty good. You can see the bright areas right here. That's where sun is still hitting it. And you can feel, like here, the shady area is nowhere near as warm as touching where the sun's hitting it. You can't really truly keep it cool, but if you can get a good head start on it, while it's nighttime cool, before it gets hot, and get it cool, and then keep the door closed, helps a lot. That might help a little bit. And I'm sitting there with the door wide open. That might help. And evening is approaching. Of course, the sun isn't quite gone yet. He's still right there doing his thing. Back away slowly. Back in the shade. That's better. Anyway. That's, take what you get, right? The weather's the weather. But anyway, I'm gonna take the GoPro off here and set it on the handlebars and go take a little sunset cruise around Mate One with you guys. It don't sound too bad, does it? Get a little air moving, maybe see if I can't find me an ice cream or something. That sounds pretty good. All right, ice cream. Let's make that happen. It's a good idea. Let's go get some ice cream. Well, now it's looking a little bit more like a nice time to go for a ride now, isn't it? Starting to hear some nighttime critters. Sun's going down. Figured I'd show the sign, right? We're staying there. Figured I'd show the sign. A little shameless promotion. You know how it is. All right, let's go. We're on an ice cream hunt. Look at that. Somebody down there fishing. Got him a little boat. I'll put the kayak in tomorrow, play a little bit. But there's the campground. Look at that sunset up there. Look at that sunbeam. It's shining through the clouds. Look at that. ahead probably has ice cream. We'll circle town though. Just for fun. But Kathy has ice cream. Yeah. Haven't been here in a long time. This is Wingo's. Some ice cream. All right, let's get down here where I can just come up on the sidewalk. Thing weighs 70 pounds. Hand dipped ice cream. This is a good sign. As far as going out ice cream hunting, guys, I think we found a clue that there may possibly be some ice cream nearby. Got me a banana split ordered. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? A few choices. There's Kathy McCoy back there cooking up a storm. Hi, Leo. Really cool looking old restaurant, isn't it? Looks really good in here, very rustic. Old antiques and stuff. Look at those. That's a lot of work. Look at the old door. That thing has been hanging there for a while, hasn't it? Just an extra little dining area. Back when I did tours, this is one we'd come back here and hang out a lot. There's also, since we're right here, may as well show it to you. Kathy and Donald have a nice little courtyard out back here. And you can hang out. There's the flood wall. The river's directly behind it. Hatfield-McCoy Trail System is right out here. I can smell their smokers. You know, it's not like something, you know, translates well on camera. But trust me, I can smell the smokers. They've got Kathy's pulled pork is really good. They're famous for it. You can get, you know, anywhere close to this building when they've got smokers on the other side. You get anywhere close to this building, you can smell it. There's their number in case anybody wants to book a place. Grill that way. Well, that's not too bad. Sit around in town on a hot summer night with a banana split. Can you tell I'm smiling? You can't see it, but can you tell I'm grinning? Yeah, we're grinning. Alright, we'll see y'all in a minute. Let's destroy this pretty thing. Look at that. I didn't even eat it. Y'all see that movie, The Blob, where this gelatinous creature eats flesh simply by coming in contact with it? I did that, but it was really good. I destroyed it. There's some friends. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, that was my buddy Keith. Has Hatfield-McCoy airboat tours on the Tug River out here. He takes you up and down. You know, you're staying here in the old historic town. He takes you for a ride. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna get on in here. That was absolutely delicious. That was the part I wanted to turn the camera back on to say I needed that. All right, let's get in here and pay for it, and then we'll go for a little bit of a ride. That sounds like fun. Look at all that black gold. black gold headed out to be turned into electricity and future houses and all that good stuff. It's a little bit loud though, just a little bit. Tiny bit loud. It's a little quieter now, isn't it? It's a little better. What are you doing? Go find another friend. That's Dean Luber, a friend of ours. He owns the Buffalo Mountain Inn right there. So it used to be the Old Towns Hospital, as a matter of fact. Well, I needed a fire about as much as I needed another hole in my head, but we got one. We got one just the same. Went over the hill just enough to make a little fire, token fire. You know how it is, you know the rules. You have to have a campfire. Lightning. You have to have a campfire on a camping trip, or it ain't a camping trip, it's a day trip. It's just a really long day trip, like multi-day long day trip. So, yeah, it's a camping trip now. Legally speaking, of course. Nice and quiet now. The whole campground seems to be quiet. Sun's gone. Had a threat of a little thunderstorm passing by, but no such luck. I'm gonna chill out a little bit and pretend that I need my campfire. I would say, you know, it would make makes a good gnat smoke, but the smoke's going that way, so it's, worthless. I believe this may be my first totally worthless fire. No offense. No offense, no offense intended there. I don't mean you're like, anyway. Alright. We'll see y'all shortly. Well, we're all set up. I was going to fix some catfish. Got the pan out and everything. And I just don't know about that. Yeah, it's still awful warm. You know what I mean? I just happened to have one of those and that and a bag of cookies. So that looks like dinner today. We got snacks in bed. Got me a nice sandwich. What is that anyway? A mega Italian sandwich. Okay. The rain completely missed me. Figures. Mother Nature knew I wanted rain, so she wasn't about to let that happen. But I've got me a movie picked out. It's called Against the Ice. Trapped in Greenland's icy shores for months on end, two explorers cling to hope as they battle starvation, ferocious wildlife, and the relentless cold. That sounds wonderful. Yeah. Something with some ice in it. Something that looks cold. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright, we'll see y'all a little bit later. Let's watch us a movie, and we'll try to get up early in the morning and drag the kayak down to the river and maybe have some fun, and maybe take the scooter out, nice foggy morning before it gets warm, and then fix the catfish before it gets warm. I got a whole lot of stuff to do before it gets warm tomorrow. Oh well, we'll do what we can and skip the rest. Alright y'all, see you later. Well, good morning everybody. I was going to make catfish for dinner, right? I was talking to Heather, and it finally cooled down yesterday. I don't know, it was 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was talking to Heather. I said, yeah, I'm getting ready to make the catfish. She said, well, it's awful late. You've got that Italian sandwich. You could just have that tonight and, fix the catfish tomorrow before it gets real hot. And that's a good idea. I forgot about having that sandwich. Forgot all about it. Got the sandwich out. I made it to the second bite, and that was choking it down. It says Italian, right? Italian style, mega Italian style. Look down below it with spicy ham, pepperoni, and provolone. That thing has horseradish in it or something. I mean, it was incredibly hot and just about the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And I've eaten bugs when I was little. Okay. If you guys are in Walmart and you see this sandwich, run like hell. Don't look at it. You'll burn your eyes if you look at this thing. Run. Do not touch this. This is dangerous. I'm using it here to keep bugs away. Okay, all jokes aside, I laid it down right there. I just laid it in the grass, right there. I just kind of, whatever. Go to sleep. There ain't even an ant on it, y'all. The ants don't even want to mess with it. Look at that. It's just as pristine. Nothing wants it. Nothing wants to eat this. What it looks like outside. The mountains were all misty just a little while ago. It's a burning off now. You can see a little bit of mist up top. Let me close that. Cold air is precious. My plan for today, as far as that goes, is to... See, yesterday the ground was already hot and everything got smoking hot before I got the chance to set it up. The last time I tried this, with the tarp over top, it did much better than without it. Reflecting some of that heat. So I'm hoping that by having a good head start today, that it won't be quite as bad, at least. I was going to show y'all, check this out. I ordered some flies. My flies and mildewy, and they done turned black. I ordered some from eBay. Take a look at this. Look at the size of these. Good Lord, let me relax. Now that's a package. That thing didn't want to open. I got a question. Look at the size of that thing. Now, I ordered these thinking they were regular flies, but man, look at that. Look at how big are the bluegill in China. They have got to be like 3 foot long. That is a monstrous fly. Heather asked me, I showed it to her. She said, do you think you can still throw that on a fly rod? I said, baby, as big as that thing is, I could fire it slap through someone's heart if I wanted to. we won't be doing that, though. All right, let's see, y'all. I'll quit goofing off, quit being stupid. I guess I'm just in a good mood this morning. Hey, a rain shower. I did not see that coming. The weather didn't even show it. The radar, look at that. I can see some rain coming. Are we good here? Okay, yeah. Scooter's out of, yeah, windows up, I think. The other up. It looks like a good shower coming. Cool. That sounds great. Well, maybe help either. Nah, it probably won't help keep the temperature down. It'll probably make it much more humid. A little bit later when the sun comes back out, it'll probably be 50 times as humid. That's okay though. And we plan to be in the water for a hot part of the day. We plan to be wet when that happens. Alright, see y'all shortly. We'll check it out. I know I just turned the camera off, but my little shower turned into a regular rain. Now that may help with the temperature, depending on how much you get. The light's getting flooded. Oh well, we'll see. Hopefully he lived. Make sure we're turning water well. Yeah, looks good. Nice and tight. That's what you want. Good angles, nice and steep. Except for this is my weak spot, but it seems to be flowing really well. Very nice. Very nice little shower. That may actually help. It'll either help bring the temperature down just a little bit, or it's going to get humid. Probably option 2, isn't it? Oh well, we'll live with it. Well, it's very bright, but it looks like some fun is about to be had. The water's not quite what you would call crystal clear, but it's close enough. And it's definitely close enough to get out and do some paddling, maybe accidentally fall in 6 or 7 times, something like that. But yeah, I'm wearing my sunscreen, y'all. I got burned once. I learned once, you know. Don't count on it happening a whole lot, but I did learn this time. This one time. Alright, we're going to get the life jacket on. I know Heather would not like that. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I can swim a little bit. I'm not the best swimmer. I can swim a little bit. Probably enough to get, you know what I mean. But either way, yeah, we'll do it right. You know, try to be a good example and all that stuff. You know what I mean. But pretty spot, isn't it? A little cloudy. I see one down that way. I wish it would get in front of the sun. That would be nice. No. Direct sunlight. Oh well, that's all right. We got our sunblock on. The worst thing that can happen is we sweat a little bit. Yeah. Kayaking a lazy river. I can deal with that for a minute. This is pretty nice. Pretty nice out. They said water's a little bit murky, but yeah, I've seen a few right there where those logs are sticking up. I saw 2 or 3 going after, you know, little bugs and things. So I'm gonna paddle around, kind of look around a little bit, see what I want to hit, and I'll go back down to the truck down there and get the fly pole and the super mega fly and see if I can't knock something out with it or something. You know, hit one of them in the head maybe and knock him out. I don't know if I see one, you know. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I know that thing's like 4 or 5 times as big as a normal fly. They must have some tremendous bluegill in China. I hear a frog. What you doing? Not really a whole lot usually in little places like that where you get the weeds over, you know, some place with a little cover, or see like that little piece of land sticks out in the water right up there. Usually on the lower end of that will be some good fishing, some deeper water. Very nice. See, I'm wearing it. I'm being good. I'm being a good boy. This is really nice though. Alright, let's take off, put the camera up, paddle up a river a little ways and just see what we see. Take a look. I'm about a quarter-mile up the river from where I parked. Can't even see the truck from here. Got some shoals going across right there. Look right here, big crane sitting right there by the edge of the water, just waiting for some fish to come by. I think I'm gonna try to go up through it. I don't think I can. I think it's just gonna push me back out, but I'm gonna cruise up through there, just take a look at it. Get out and float around fishing a little bit, throwing a fly. They didn't hit it. Nothing hit that thing. I mean, that fly's big enough to kill most fish. I think your average fish would probably get his butt kicked trying to take that thing down. And it ain't even alive. Oh well, that's alright. It fires real good. I can pow and shoot it like a bullet. But yeah. Nothing's gonna hit the thing. I got some good ones on the way though. I found some old classic ones. Used to get some, they were called bluegill specials, and it wasn't nothing catch. I mean, they were, you know, panfish, that kind of thing. 60, 70 in a day. I know y'all think I'm lying, it's a fishtail, but there it is. But you can't find them anymore. I haven't seen them in quite a few years. Some great big old trees down. There's one right there. Probably from when we had the flooding earlier this spring. Took out a couple big ones. A nice little float though. Just kind of cruise and float down the river a little ways. Around a little bit. That's how far I've been pushed down from the shoals already. They're off in the distance. Where's that great big one? There's a big tree right there uprooted, just laying over on its side, still intact. Great big one right here too. Very, very nice. The spot where I launched from, you know, I conjecture, you know, there's differentiating opinions, we'll say. Supposedly, Chauncey and Rosanna McCoy went skinny dipping there once. You know, I don't know how true it is. It's, you know, rumor, but yeah, that's the rumor. Chauncey and Rosanna went skinny dipping right there where I parked my truck at. And Danny and I came up here one time, and believe it or not, we was down there fishing and pulled out an old set of underwear. I know, it's disgusting. I cut my line. If that says anything, I cut my line. But anyway, we were joking about how that was Chauncey's drawers. Alright guys, I'm going to get off here and float around just a little bit and just kind of soak some of this stuff up. Really, really nice. I'm almost back down to the truck. I can see it now. That train up there too. Nice little touch. Cold country and all. Okay, I guess I'm gonna put the kayak up and maybe go wading a little bit. That sounds kind of nice. Cool off a little bit that way. I don't know about jumping in. It's kind of murky. It's kind of muddy. We'll see. Maybe. Gonna get awful hot later. We'll see. Look at that deer running away. It was down here by the truck. As soon as I got close, it jumped out from behind the truck, standing right up there. Alright, I need to get us into the bank. Shoals are right over there. Yeah, this looks like a good place to take a little walk. Knee deep in it. I'll probably wind up in this before it's over with, won't I? I'll be neck deep in here before it's over with. That is really cool looking though, isn't it? You can see that the water gets a little bit more current down here. Got a little bit more force to it. See some little fish swimming around. Those little black bugs. Y'all know the ones, right? I can catch him. Come here. Come here. Come here. We're gonna make you famous. Come here. We'll put you on YouTube. Very nice, isn't it? Very peaceful. I'm getting kind of hungry, to tell you the truth. I think I may go fix me something to eat and then maybe get in here later. We'll see. Get in here neck deep. I was thinking nothing else, just get, you know, life jacket and just kind of float. That sounds like fun. Used to do that all the time with inner tubes and junk when we was kids. Been a long time though since I've got out on an inner tube and just floated the river. Kayak was nice though. You don't get very wet in that thing though. Of course it's better when it's down low and pretty and clear and, you know, all that good stuff. Alright, check this out. I just wanted to show y'all something, right? Right here, it feels awesome, right? The sweet spot. Nice cool air, you know, nice breezes, palm trees swaying, whole 9 yards. Feels really nice, the sweet spot, right? The other side of the tent, the place we dare not go. There are myths and legends about strange things that happen to people over there. Check this out. You stand up and you can feel a huge temperature difference. This is sitting on top of the cooler. 99.1. Full sun. Up here, 99 degrees. Over here, in the little, you can see the butt print. That's where the sweet spot lives, right there. That's weird, isn't it? The air conditioner kind of blows sideways, but whatever, it works. But yeah, 99 degrees. Hang on. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I've said before, I believe winter camping is easier, and sub-zero, you know, sub-freezing temperatures is easier than, you know, hot camping. And I very much stick to my guns on that. I think winter camping is a whole lot easier. You know, I mean, you could go out and, you know, in the summertime, you know, you've got the lakes and, you know, kayaks and riding little scooters and all this kind of stuff. And in the wintertime, it has to do with more basic things, you know. You need firewood, or you're not going to have a warm place to hang out outside. Of course, I cheat. You know, I put a diesel heater in here and just have it blow directly under the bed and just heat the bed up. So, you know, that takes care of that. Well, we've set up outside under my little patio. Got some neighbors moving in over the way. Sounds like a few drops of something or other. That sounds good. Not enough though. It's really hot. Some rain would be awesome. But for now, we are set up to fix some dinner. Got my catfish right here. Got my coating mix. It's you know what Zatarain's is? I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with it. Zatarain's southern recipe. It's really good, but it's kind of spicy, so I cut it with a little bit of flour and some lemon pepper, salt and pepper. Lemon peel and salt and pepper. So, alright. Well, it looks like we are ready to go. I got me some oil in that one and some Mountain Dew in that one, and I will try to not confuse the two as we go along here. That would, you know, probably be bad. Alright, let's try to channel my inner Gordon Ramsay here and see what I can come up with. Well, one of them is done, and the other two are right behind them. Look at that. That looks really good. Very golden brown. Crunchy. That's what you want to hear. Just about. No sticking. Almost. Finally. Look at that. All set up, all kicked back. Got my remote, got my phone. Everything all set up to cool off in front of the AC. Watch a little TV and finally have some dinner. I'll be honest with you, I am hungry. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Very good. Very, very good. That is just right. Alright. Oh, hi. Alright. I am out of here. I'm going to have me some dinner and find me a movie. Well, you can see the leaves are starting to get a little bit interesting. The sky's getting pretty dark. The sun's gone. Just checked on radar. There is a cherry red thunderstorm inbound. Hang on. There, look at that. Kind of looks like it could use a Viagra, but we won't go into that. Anyway, it should be raining soon. So, well, I got cheated on the first thunderstorm. Clouds, you know, the sky got dark and thunder just rolling and lightning carrying on, wind. I mean, you can still hear thunder now. But, I mean, look at that. Just skipped right over me. Check it out. Just a pig and a cat and a couple geese hanging out, grazing in the yard. Nothing to see here. Move along. He's kind of thick, ain't he? Oh yeah. We got rain inbound. Hang on. Look at that sky. A little ominous looking, isn't it? Alright, we better scooter our little butt back down the road. That is wild looking. Here it comes. Something anyway, isn't it? That is really stupid cool looking. Down that way. Now I can see the rain coming. right through the trees right there. You can hear ATVs coming too. I should probably get out of the road. Well guys, bad news. I feel like I was robbed. It was supposed to rain all day and it never did. It only rained for maybe 5 minutes. I was cheated. I was robbed. I am very, very, very disappointed. Okay, not really, but I am a little bit disappointed. I wanted to play in the rain. But we got like 5 minutes, had a little shower for set my canopy up. I've got my towel out here. Got my shorts on. I was gonna have some fun. All right, let's get something to snack on, chill out a little bit, and I guess kick back in front of the AC and watch some TV. Good morning, everybody. Well, it's pretty early on day 3, and it is pack up day. Y'all see the squirrels right there, by the way? I don't know if I've been sitting here watching them chase each other in circles around that tree for about the last 10 minutes. But just sitting here having some morning coffee and checking out the view and all this good stuff. There's something to be said about that first shot of coffee in the morning. Place like this, you've been camping, all this good stuff. You wake up in the morning, heat the coffee up, and take that first big drink, and shivers run down your spine. Uh-oh, I see a little tiny peak of sunshine. My nemesis for this trip anyway. We're in the open here. Well, it'll be shady here, that's right. Sun comes up behind that big thing, so I'll be shady. I think I'll be shady here till about noon, but the spot will probably be smoking hot by 10:30 or 11, I would say. You can see the sun on the hillside over there, on the leaves on the trees. It's a getting there. Look at that mist on the top of the mountain. Hasn't burned off yet. The leaves get all wet, evaporates, makes that mist. Kind of looks like the mountains are breathing or something. Really pretty though, isn't it? It's pretty. I'll give it that. Oh, I was going to tell y'all, check this out. I met some of the other guests, I suppose is the right word, here at the campground. Look at this. Let me set my coffee down. As much as I hate to, you stay right there. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. The tent over here in the corner, I met them yesterday. Hank, owns the place, takes care of the place. He looks like Santa Claus, y'all. You'd love Hank if you come down here. I kid you not, you would love Hank. Just look for a dude who looks like Santa Claus. That'll be Hank. Anyway, these guys over here, Hank stopped by yesterday and said, hey, they watch your channel. They recognized your tent and your truck. That's got to be Leo, and wanted to know, hey, if we could, say hi, that kind of thing. I jumped on the scooter, went over. We hung out for a while, and they were telling me that they saw this place on our channel, and came down here and picked this place, because they saw it on our channel. Really cool people, they got 3 kids. One of them gave me a cookie, and then the 2 little ones had to give Leo cookies too. So you know how that goes. They're cute as could be. They are really cute kids. I give you that. Y'all can make some cute kids. Anyway, the people that were here, there were 3 here. They'd done left, and these 2 showed up. The one on the end they had seen some of our videos. I was going to the bathroom and he caught me and said so. On the end in the back, you see the little campers back there? They got generators and stuff. That's the 3 guys that I met yesterday morning when I was getting ready to, when I was loading the kayak. They stopped by and, hey Leo, we watch your channel, man. They went out, they went way up the river and put kayaks in and floated down. They said they were on the river for 8 solid hours yesterday. And they showed me 2 or 3 pictures of some really nice bass. One of them, he had it laid out on a tote, and it went all the way across the tote. And I said, what is that, like, what, 16 inches? He said, it's about 18. That's sweet, man. 18-inch bass, that's not bad at all. That is nice. I bet he had a fun time catching it, too. But they caught a few. I think they said they caught four nice ones, something like that. Tug's a good river, you know. It's a good place to fish. Got another hour or so that I can just kind of hang out and take my time, do things, and then kick into high gear. You know, the thing about it, once you get to the AC level, you need to be, unless you want to work in heat, unless you don't care, you know, get that. Once you take that out, you still yet got the shell and all that to take down. And that thing, if the sun's on it, without an AC running, runaway greenhouse effect, instant, within 5 or 10 minutes. What'd we do with the coffee? We lost the coffee. No, we did not lose the coffee. We most certainly did not lose the coffee. See y'all shortly. And poof. Everything just jumped up, packed itself, climbed up into the back of the truck, and loaded itself. Y'all should have seen it. The bigger pieces of camping gear were helping the little pieces of camping gear get up into the truck bed. It's beautiful. Should have seen it. That's the good thing about watching a camping video, right? You don't have to do the haul it in, set it up, tear it down, pack it up, haul it back out. I guess that's the good thing about watching the video, isn't it? You get to see all the places. And but anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed our little trip. Thank you to Chancey and Jamie and Hank and the guys that work here, all of you. Very much appreciate y'all. Y'all came through, you know, when I needed a spot, right? Thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all. But anyway, yeah, it's been a great little trip. We've learned stuff, you know, setting up the tent and using the reflective awning. We have learned things, right? We now know that with a 5,000 BTU air conditioner and 90 plus heat, that you can cool, excuse me, a small area for one person to sit for sure. That's probably, you know, anything more than that is probably pushing it. And we will see you on the next little adventure. And from McCarr, Kentucky at Hatfield's Hideout and Riverfront Cabins, Leo out.